My review on Fashion Nova is...
This is Zinni Productions.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm the one and only Mrs. Rhodes-Wilson, and you have entered Mom Chronicles 2.0, produced by Zinni Productions. This here is Mom's Sweet Tea. Just because it's tea does not mean it's gossip. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm actually in a very, very good mood. I done got hype. I got up this morning actually by a call from a good girlfriend, who's in one of my, we are in a Instagram DM chat group or whatever. And so she was like, girl, what is you doing, y'all? I still have crust in my eyes, breath stinking. I'm like, hello. She like, girl, Fashion Nova dropped their kids line, Nova Kids. You missed it. I'm like, what? So I hurried up, ran downstairs to my office because I wanted to be focused, right? Brushed my teeth, sprinkled a little water on my face, and I got right to it, right? So, I told you I have an Instagram, a chat on, not I, but we have an Instagram group on, we have a DM group on Instagram. I keep saying it wrong. And so before I even go there to look to see what everybody else is, you know what me and the girls are talking about, or me and the other mamas are talking about, I go straight to the website. I have a discount code because I have went on there a few days before just kind of see if I could browse a little bit, but they didn't have anything up. But they, you put your email in there and I got a 30% off code. So shout out to them and they 30% off. Shout out to Fashion Nova Kids or Nova Kids and their 30% off code. On that note, it was a flop. And when I say that, I say that with the utmost respect. The presentation just is not good for me. And I'm just going to point out a few things that I did not like. As a fashion designer, fashion stylist, I went to school for fashion design. I, got a degree in fashion design, and in marketing. I struggled with what I saw. It wasn't the attire. Like, it wasn't like specifically pieces. There were some things I didn't like, which is normal. I go on Target, there's some things I don't like. But I feel like the prices was way too expensive. And I feel like the prices were that way because it was Nova Kids of Fashion Nova. So there was a black like crew neck sweatshirt that had blessed on it, and the bottom part was like bleached. That was like $20 something. And the sizes was a whole nother situation, which I'll talk about that as well. So I know somebody that can make that same shirt and bleach it, and because it's homemade, I would definitely rather pay her than pay Fashion Nova. Some of the stuff was just way too overpriced, but it's Fashion Nova, so I kind of got that part. Like, I guess I was okay with that because I knew it wasn't just gonna be like Old Navy prices, and some stuff is at Old Navy is expensive too. But I knew that, so that part I really wasn't a big deal for me. But the biggest thing was for me, the number one thing was the presentation. I didn't like how it was presented. I didn't like that you can see the shadows behind the children when they took pictures. I know that's weird, but I didn't like that. I also didn't like that it wasn't like the shoes that they had the babies feeding in. Some of those were actually like high heel shoes. To me, they consider high heel shoes. And it was like let me see. It was like this was the shoe and this was the foot. That's how it looked. It didn't look right. It didn't look right. Every kid had on glasses, and glasses weren't even sold as an accessory. Okay. And the last but certainly not least thing that really took me over the edge was the sizing. The sizes was either from size 2 to 3 to size 6. And a lot of that stuff I wouldn't dress my toddler, and my toddler is 2 years old. And she's in a 2, 3-ish, and I wouldn't dress my toddler in a lot of that stuff because she runs, jumps, and plays, and she wouldn't care for it. I dress her more urban because it's fit for who she is and what she likes to do. And, I can still dress her really fly with it. Now, my older daughter, who is 6 going on 7, she she definitely would have liked, which I'm not gonna say definitely would have. She did like almost everything she saw on the website, everything, but it stopped at size 6. And so a lot of that stuff would have been for older girls, like up to a size like 10, maybe even a 12, like right before you hit like juniors, like, right? And I wouldn't put my daughter, there was this red, my 2-year-old, there was this red dress that was like spaghetti strap or whatever, and it had like tulle on the bottom. I was like, oh, this would be so pretty for Sydney for her birthday. This is her golden birthday, and we already got so many things going on with the pandemic, so she would look so bomb. But they didn't have it in her size. Sydney is turning 7 in a month, pretty much. So I'm buying size 7 to 8, not to tell her business, between 7 and 8. Sometimes I'm buying a 10 just so I can have it a little bit longer for her, you know, to be a little bit bigger, you know, to style it a little bit differently. But I'm not gonna buy a 6 for her. I'm not doing that. And I don't really think like it was geared towards the right age of kids. Do I think that some people dress their 2 and 3-year-olds in, you know, those things? Yes, but I don't. I definitely know quite a few people with older kids, like 4 and up, because a 4-year-old can definitely wear a 5-6, right? On up to a size like 10, 12. Kids that are in that size or girls that are in that size would have loved a lot of that stuff, and it's appropriate for their age. Now, clothes that are appropriate depends on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I have a preference. You have a preference. Everybody has a preference. But I do not think that some of the stuff was meant for a 3-year-old. And I mean conducive for running, jumping, skipping, playing. Unless I'm going to, you know, high class events. Walking around in, you know, in the mall with, you know, they had like a full one piece where there was a tulle floral, like it was black tulle and it had like flowers stitched on the black tulle, you know, hit and miss. My 2-year-old doesn't need to be walking around with that in the mall, because she gonna want to run, she gonna want to say hi to people and jump and all that. For me, that didn't work for me. Now there were other kids on Instagram who has a lot of followers, who have a lot of engagement, who obtain, you know, sponsorships through Nova Kids, and shout out to all of them. And when I say they slayed, they look way better than the kids on the website. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, their parents styled them like amazing, and I love seeing that more than I like seeing what I saw on the website. It just didn't go. Like, it didn't go, but the kids on Instagram look so much better. They had so much more swag. They was giving life. Like, they looked so good compared to what I saw on the website. And the presentation just was not good. And I felt like some of the stuff that I saw, you know, I saw at other stores on the website that was cheaper. And it just wasn't worth the price. But that was for a toddler. And I'm specifically speaking for a toddler because the sizes start at 2 or 3. And that's toddler stage. Now, like I said, for my older daughter, yeah, I don't know if I would have bought some of the stuff that I felt was a little bit overpriced for her size. Not sure about that, because I could have got it somewhere cheaper. But some of the statement pieces, I definitely would have spent $30, $40 on those particular pieces, because I know I can't get them from nowhere else. But I'm not buying those pieces for my 2-year-old. So my review on Fashion Nova is it was a flop, because it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. And y'all don't understand. I have been looking forward to this. Once I heard about it, I've been looking forward to it. And it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Maybe if I could have got more things for my if I could have got anything for my older daughter, I definitely would have. But for my toddler, no. And that's the only person I could have purchased items for from Nova Kids is for my daughter. So it was not what I expected. And I do want to say I did support it, because there is other Instagram children that has, you know, a lot of followers that obtain sponsorships. And for me, I felt like I was supporting them, you know, by making sure I bought something from Nova Kids. So I did buy one thing. I found one piece that I felt like wasn't too expensive, and I could really dress it up or dress it down for my toddler. And so I'm actually happy with that piece. And there were some other things I thought were cute, but I didn't want to pay the price for it. Not that I didn't have the money. It's just I felt like it was overpriced. And I'd rather give that money. If I'm going to spend $20 on a hoodie for a 2-year-old, I'd rather give it to a Black-owned business. So the Fashion Nova wouldn't get that money from me anyway. And I also could have got it somewhere cheaper. So, yeah, that is my take on Fashion Nova. Nova Kids, their new line that just dropped today, y'all. If y'all like some of the stuff from like some of the style and statement pieces, I will link their information in the description. Y'all, want y'all to comment down below on what y'all think and what y'all expected, and you know, tell me what y'all think, what y'all like, what y'all didn't like. I feel the way I feel, and I'm not sorry about it. Y'all, this is Mom Chronicles 2.0. And y'all be sweet.